All right, call the meeting to order. Begin with roll call.
Mr. Dills.
Here.
Ms. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Plants.
Here.
Mr. Till. Mr. Salzeider. Mr. Uzelak.
Present.
Mr. Casal, Attorney Casal is here. We have a quorum.
Wonderful. You'll join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Yes, one more. Yep. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of approving tonight's agenda, say aye.
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 Opposed? We have a motion to approve the September board minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? We went out of there good notes this time, as always. If there no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm going to abstain, and an abstention does not mean yes or no, so the motion will still pass because I was not present here at this meeting, so it still will pass.
Yes, approved, yes. Old business. Who'd like to walk us through the memo of understanding?
I will go ahead and take that, Mr. President. This is the continuation from the MOU we presented at the last meeting between the Lake County Park Board and the Sheriff's Department. What this does is allow them in situations where we feel like we're having an emergency at the water park to log into our cameras so they can help guide us and to record and determine what's going on in case there is more assistance needed. It's also a good practice in case we need to go back and look at it, see what happened. It's something they've been doing with the schools. They've used this MOU for pretty much everybody. We did have a bit of an issue at the last time because of the word emergent and kind of describing that or defining it. And we changed that as requested to emergency. So that has been changed. And that's what it is.
That's what we asked for last meeting.
So we asked for last meeting, and so we're asking for this.
So you're presenting this to the board to approval, approve this Lake County Sheriff Real-Time Operations Center?
Yes,
Is this a contract or agreement?
it's just a memorandum of understanding.
I have no problem with that. If it was up to me, I'd say they could log in at any time. But since you guys word that just as an emergency, that's fine too. At this time, I will go ahead and make a motion as presented to the board from our Chris.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I got stuck. I wanted, because I know there's so many Chris.
There's a lot of Chris. We got a pretty good chance.
Let's say, I always call Chris the number 2 Chris, and Jim is number 1. So, I'm gonna make that motion that we accept this and approve this evening.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second, guys.
Second, but I do have a question.
Yes,
Oh, the
Do
address.
we have any discussion? Please.
yes,
Oh, is this the address of the water park or this office?
Lark.
And
No, this is, if she's not getting.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking about the,
No, this is what it is here, yeah, that's not, it should be 9,001. I didn't know that from page.
oh.
We mentioned that
Yeah,
last
yes,
meeting.
we did mention. Yeah, okay, we will change that.
More entertaining.
Or how I'll do that is I'll amend my motion to the changes of the address, which I really should have it there, let them watch Chris and Jim. No, I'm joking, but, I'll amend my motion to the changes of the addresses,
Approval, yeah, based on the address being changed to the water address. Yeah, you're right, it does spell out water park in the MOU, but it does, they got the wrong address.
We
make the amendment.
We have a motion and a second on the amendment of
Motion.
motion.
Yeah, I amended my
Yes.
motion, my first motion
Yes,
to amend the second, I made a second motion to accept that as presented to the board with the address being changed to the water park.
And just to let you know too, Julie, that the only place we have cameras where they could do this would be the water.
That
We
makes
don't.
sense. Yeah. See, I'll have to-
But this is the business office, so they tend to use this address.
any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Thank you very much. And we'll make the changes to the address and we'll. Yeah.
Who'd like to present the right-of-way transfer agreement?
I can do that. The town of Sherrville, they requested the right-of-way, transfer agreement. I'm not sure, Craig, do we have a better map than they gave us? Or can you describe the location of this?
Well, the assistant town manager, Andy Hanson, after the last meeting, did provide Jim with a different drawing, I believe. So, I'm not sure exactly which one you have, but, make sure that you have one that.
Given that we'll have the correct, a good drawing, good
Yeah.
solid drawing, this resolution is pursuant to statute that, two municipal bodies, worst political subdivision, can exchange property or at any price they choose. And in this case, Sherrville is offering $50,000 for a right-of-way, sufficient to allow the town. And that's to construct, operate, and maintain a bicycle hiking trail on the property. And that's about it. I'll prepare a right-of-way easement once this is passed. This has got to go then to Sherrville. They've got to adopt it too. They've adopted one, but it didn't correspond to the statute. It had to be changed. So they'll have to re-adopt it corresponding to the statute. And when we get done, we'll have the right-of-way. They'll pay us $50,000 and then that'll be their next problem to build.
If you say so.
Mhm.
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, no, not at all. No,
I see your head down like.
yeah, no, Sherrville, the reason Sherrville's really reporting it is because, they support the Lake Hills Park site, so. They've already helped us with the Saros acquisition, which was fairly close, and, so they've been a big supporter. So that's the real reason why we're getting 50,000 is they wanted to support this acquisition. And then their zoning map for, future zoning, this area, this lot was shown as open space, so we're actually keeping it open space, which they approve of, so.
I just wanted to make sure, because when Lou got, you were like this, I thought maybe something was.
Oh,
Is it correct to call it though a right-of-way for a bike hike trail?
yeah, I mean, and part of it is they do need to eventually someday put a roundabout or at least some intersection improvements at 77th and Austin and sites on the southeast corner. So, yeah, they're just looking out for future interests and, also there'll be a sidewalk going down 77th. So that will help connect into the park. So it all fits into our plans as well. So, and then we looked at the, kind of the proposed roundabout that the consultant put together, and it pretty much stays within the existing roadway alignment. It doesn't shift way out into the park or anything like that. So from our standpoint, it's really not affecting us.
Well, do we need then to say, for the purpose of right-of-way sufficient to allow the town to construct, operate, and maintain a bicycle hiking trail and or other, I don't know, street and.
Yeah, I think it's intersection improvements and then they mentioned
Intersection
sidewalks,
improvements.
so, yeah.
Why don't we add that in there? Because once this passes both bodies, there'll be money exchanged, and if they, down the road, they go to build a roundabout and it isn't in here,
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna have a
feel
problem.
comfortable with Lou's.
they'll have a problem. We won't have a problem, but they will. So what we can do is, what we did with the last, memo, is amend.
For the roundabout?
Yeah, well, to add in this, we got the words construct, operate, and maintain a bicycle hiking trail and or other roadway construction, would that cover it?
I would say roadway improvements.
That's fine, yeah.
Improvements. Okay,
I thought they mentioned intersection improvements in there, they did not.
well, you can put roadway and intersection.
But I mean,
And then I'm authorized to put that in the right of way, and they're fine, they'll have what they need.
okay,
So it would be, amending,
I'm sorry.
yeah, amending the first now therefore, that's a finding. That the town construct, operate, and maintain a bicycle hiking trail and slash or other roadway improvement. Did I miss something there?
no, you're good.
Okay, okay.
Are we still passing, do you still want this passed tonight?
We could pass it tonight.
Yeah.
With that improvisation, and I can redo it to make it conform so it's a nice deed.
Amending,
We're amending the language, to read, to construct, operate, and maintain a bicycle hiking trail and slash or other roadway improvements. Adding the words and or other roadway improvements, that's all we're really changing, we're adding that.
Roadway improvements.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so, go ahead, you guys, any other questions? I'm sorry. You look confused.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just, the way you were
Who's
looking.
trying to think how to phrase the motion?
Real easy.
It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It'll be real easy. All we'll do is make a motion. I make a motion to approve the resolution 2025-03 with the amendments that our attorney be putting into this resolution of the improvements of the roadways. Correct?
Yeah, that'll work, I mean, because we haven't made a motion yet, so we don't have to amend it.
Well, there you go.
Just put it in your motion,
I just did.
and we're good.
motion and seconded. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Some new business. Like to, would you please?
I would be happy to tell you that we do not have this agreement with the Indiana DNR back from them. So
Great.
at this point, this is in their, the ball's in their court. We don't have it back, so there's nothing we can do. We can just move this to the next meeting.
Okay,
You need a motion on there or just table it or what?
I think the table.
You want a motion to table it?
Yes,
Okay, so I'll make a motion to table the right-of-way transfer agreement as presented from Chris. Oh, am I in the wrong thing?
Yeah, the agreement with the Indiana.
Oh, I'm sorry, the agreement, I'm sorry. I'll withdraw that motion. I'm making a motion to table the agreement with the Indiana DNR Cedar Lake Management.
Yeah, it's the Halkinson property down there by Cedar Lake.
we reviewed it last meeting.
We reviewed it last meeting. It's just with DNR.
That's the hunting.
That's the hunting, yeah.
Why don't,
I don't know how they're gonna buffer that out so nobody gets hurt anywhere.
Well, it's hunted now there's a private hunt club there now. They've been doing
There
it
is.
forever. It's been hunted,
yeah,
and it's not been an issue. As a matter of fact, it'll be hunted less with DNR. Because they're gonna put in,
I just have this crazy thing about stray rounds.
no, it's out there. There's really not much around it. Railroad track.
I was gonna wait to some, did you second it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, now, second.
Motion and seconded
Yeah.
to table it. Any further discussion?
Yes, I just wanna ask Chris, so what's going on? Why don't we have an agreement? I mean,
They looked at it, well, we had it originally.
Yeah.
And then we gave it to Lou, he made a few changes, gave it to them, they were gonna look at it, make a few changes, but
And I got back to
they
it.
just haven't got it back to us yet. That's really
So they're
the
not
long
gonna
and
use it?
short. Well, the DNR wants to rush it, but I'm sure there's attorneys on their end as well that are taking
And their meetings may not have lined up.
Yeah, man, it's like those other meetings.
If you have it done next week, it works.
Yeah,
That.
exactly. Yep,
Only 2.5 weeks after that this time.
yeah, much less time this time.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, that's all there is to it. They just haven't gotten back to us yet.
Yep. There's no further discussion. All those who approve tabling this, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Acceptance of claims. Do we have a motion?
Yes, Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the claims as presented to the, board.
And a second? Motion is seconded. Do we have discussion or questions?
82,000 for insurance. Ooh, yes.
That's just a small payment.
Damn.
Yeah, insurance, you know, the reoccurring costs like insurance and utilities, they just don't give you any relief.
Gonna get any smaller.
No, they don't. Well, they did this year for the water park,
Glad we have the money to
which
pay
was
it.
good.
That's what wouldn't be insured.
Yeah, the water park, actually, their insurance rate came down this year, which is something that does not normally happen. You know, we had been for years with THE, company out of Florida. They had always treated us really well. We had great loss runs.
Did they have one of the other water park claims and?
Yeah, and then, well, they ended up going out. They got bought out, and then the appetite for water parks went away with them.
Yeah.
And then we ended up paying a lot more last year, or the year before, I guess, with the new company. And then that new company brought in somebody from THE this year in their organization who knew us and worked with us. And lo and behold, our rates came down really considerably. It was considerably less this year. So we were very pleased with that. And, you know, we still have a really good reputation with a lot of people we've worked with over the years. So that's, I guess, my statement about it never comes down was wrong in that regard. But, that's very rare, very rare.
Nah, you didn't make that, I said it.
No, okay, there you go. Thanks,
There
Greg.
you go.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve?
We have a motion and second over it.
What is it, do we
You
have?
were- you were
All
me.
those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Been a long day, I know.
Yes, it has. Committee reports. I'm done for a while here. Who'd like to begin tonight?
I can start it off.
Okay?
Thank you. Hey, at Gibson Woods, burn season, of course, we've been working on burn breaks prep there. I just wanted to give a thank you to our equipment operators and then also other employees in the department because to do some of the burn breaks, we also use our equipment to do burn breaks on TNC nature preserves along the Grand Cal, also DNR managed nature preserve. So we actually help move the equipment, the skid steer with the mower between those sites. So that's something that's happening right now. So we really appreciate all that work to help not only ourselves, but our partners. And our partners do help us a lot on that project. So, and then Oak Ridge Prairie, our NOAA grant through Indiana Lake Michigan Coastal Program from last year was finally approved. So that's the Appleton acquisition. So that would add 2.5 acres to the existing 984 acre park site. So it probably won't happen until, of course, next year. We still have to work on the grant agreement, and then also the county council still need to give their blessing to it. So that'll probably happen in the next month. And then also at Oak Ridge Prairie, we're working on doing another deer reduction like we did last year that the board approved. And so it went really well. And so our park manager is working with DNR right now on that. And we hope to, at the next meeting, come to the board for that approval as well. So we'll let you know. And then also recently, NERC, Northwest Indiana Regional Plan Commission, they have a community tree program where they provide trees that are funded through the U.S. Forest Service. And so we did get 40 trees from them, a mix of fir oak, white oak, red oak, American linden, serviceberry, and redbud, along with white pine. So we'll be planting those at several different park sites in the Lake Michigan watershed here in the county. That's the one caveat. We have to be in Lake Michigan shed to put those trees in it. We've got plenty of parks in those, in the watershed to do that, so. And then the last thing, sorry I had to miss last month's meeting, but, myself and also John Novoselic, the Sherwood Park Director, we were at a meeting, at, Spring Rose Heath in, St. John Township. We're trying to work to put a sidewalk to connect Spring Rose Heath subdivision to the Pensive Greenway, which was completed by Cherville and Lake County Parks a couple years ago. As predicted, as soon as the trail goes in, then adjacent subdivisions want access, and they sure do. And so we had a meeting with the local townhome association to get their approval to sell us the right of way we need to put the sidewalk in. So they did approve selling us right away. So we're working with the highway department, Commissioner Tippy, and also DLZ to make that happen. So we hope to have that maybe in the next year to get that installed. So we'll see how it goes, but at least now we have the approval we need from the adjacent property owner. So any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Nope.
None?
Thank you.
Great. Moving along.
All right, thank you. Staff at Buckley, they made it through all of Sleepy Hollow. Weekends got a little dicey with the weather. That first weekend, we had some rain on Saturday leading up to the event, but it finally dried up right beforehand, so that was great. And then the second weekend, that Saturday, I made sure to put fertilizer and grass seed on my lawn so it wouldn't rain, because all that rain just stayed to the south and fell apart before it got here. So we got through both weekends. A great event. Yes, you are welcome. They called me all worried about it. I'm like, guys, I just put down fertilizer and seeded my lawn. We're good. So it went well. They went right into school field trips for the last couple of weeks, and now this weekend's Fall Fest. So that is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Historical demonstrations, games, vendors, reenactors, hay rides, free hands-on activities. If you haven't been, it's actually a lot of fun. The weather's looking great. Nice and dry. It rained Tuesday, which was actually nice for all the setup for the event. So typically, it brings 4,000 to 5,000 for the whole weekend. Last year's numbers we were just talking about, they said about 6,500. I'm gonna guess right around that 56, more so in that range. But it is a really nice event to put on. The Deep River Grinders had their last home game this past Sunday. They celebrated with a win. They also honored 2 players as Grinders legends. That existed. Jim is a self-proclaimed first Grinders legend with a fellow Grinder, Sharon. They were both there, but Dave Stutler has played with us for over 30 years, and Brian Doolin was the same. Brian Doolin was there pretty much since inception in 1993, and it shows through their dedication to this program. All in all, for the season, over 2,500 people came out for their 10 home games. So they averaged just a little over 250 people per event. And that's really good. And I think I mentioned this at the last meeting, but all the players on the Grinders, they're all volunteers for this program. Most of them don't work for us. There's a handful that do. But a lot of these people, they come out, not only did they go to the home games on Sunday, but they travel to the away games on Saturday. So they do give up a lot of their time for this, a lot of weekends during the summer. They bring their families out. And Ryan Trisler, I'm going to call him the team manager. I don't know, captain. Okay. He kind of worked up some numbers. And all in all, for the whole season, there was over 3,500 hours of volunteer work just from the Grinders for this program. So,
Well, and that's where Jim is tonight. I don't know if you were going to mention, but Jim tonight couldn't be here. They traditionally, their last practice at the end of the season, because they have no more games coming up, it's generally one to honor some of the people that have been with them before. They visit cemetery and they do some things like that. And I'm sure you're going to talk about Larry. But yeah.
Yeah, if I can get through that one.
Yeah, I know. So, well, me too. Larry Modulin, longtime volunteer with us, started with Grinders, worked with Jim. He built the sawmill, the wheel at the mill. He has been a volunteer he had a contract for a while, but I don't know how to describe other than friend of the park. He was here.
Huge supporter.
He was more dedicated than many employees that worked their entire career here. He, it was it was a big deal for him. He loved it. He loved working with the parks. He loved the grinders. He loved all of that. Larry was with us, Jesus, since the 80s, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's been a long time. And Jim worked very closely with them.
You saw the ad in the paper in 1988.
Yeah.
And Jim didn't respond fast enough.
Yeah.
So.
And he lived, at the time, they lived right over here at the neighborhood right next to the park. And anyway, Larry was just a wonderful friend, lover of the parks. He did everything. He worked at the water park. He worked at Bellamoose. Anywhere we asked him to go, any project we asked him to do, he did it. And yeah, it was a tough year. He ended up having cancer, and he passed away just recently. So very hard. You know, Jim is anything. He's certainly a faithful friend, and he was down with Sasha. They visited Larry pretty regularly once he ended up homebound. And I know he appreciated that because they were very faithful. So yeah. Anyway, we appreciated everything Larry did over all these years for the parks, and we wanted to make sure that we got his name out there. He won last year. Was it that he won it then? 2 years ago? Yeah, he won volunteer, or what was it?
Distinguished Citizen Award.
Distinguished Citizen Award from IPRA, yeah. So, you know, and he was just so humble. He didn't even, had he known, she had to lie to him to get him. Because had he known, he would never have gone on. So just what he was. So anyway, yeah. So I hope I did it justice. I wasn't prepared for that. But yeah.
You guys have any thoughts, since this guy was so more person, like you guys are saying, naming one of our parks or something after him, or naming?
That's kind of a slippery slope to go down. We don't generally do stuff like that. But
We have talked about what we'll do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll definitely do something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because the way you guys are.
No, Larry was just, and everybody knew him through the park. For somebody who wasn't really an employee, everybody knew him, and he was helpful to everybody. Yeah, his ability to do carpentry was excellent. You know?
Incredible things
Yeah.
with
He
that
passed
wheel.
about a month ago.
Yeah.
It was actually the day after the last board meeting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But we were all able to make it down.
Yeah, we went day of the board meeting, we all went down there to see him, and he was already starting to sleep at that point.
So you guys are gonna do a bench and.
Yeah, tree probably.
That's good.
Yeah, his son has a tree already on Grinder's Field, and so I'm sure we'll work with his other son to see what's best, whether it's there or if it's by the water wheel or by the mill.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning too, Larry's wife, when they were married for many, many years, and they traveled with the grinders together. And she was very helpful to the team as well. I won't tell any of the stories.
I was gonna say, we got good stories.
Yeah, they were a great pair, and they did all that together. So it was really, really special.
But he will be missed.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The last thing I wanted to mention was this past week, our programming staff, so Kara and Nikki, as well as two of Craig's employees, our ecologists, Karen and Elizabeth, and many partners. I'm going to miss their names, so I'm not going to name them. But they came together to host over 700 youth down at the Grand Kankakee Marsh for Kankakee River Goals. And those mostly 4th and 5th graders, this trip teaches them about the local history, the ecology, and just the safety of the Kankakee in general. And it couldn't have been a better event. The weather was perfect last week, and everyone came together. This was our first year really owning the program. In the past, there were some other partners involved in it. And this year was really our year to kind of take the whole thing over. And they did a great job finding sponsors and working with different people to keep this program going. And I believe a free program for this local youth to be too.
Yeah, we even help with transportation.
So unless anyone has any questions, that's all.
Who puts this one together?
Marsha.
Okay.
Was his name.
I just wanted to ask something. When it says -16, 15%, and then -40, I can see like that, a bank and all like that. We're not really in the hole come to that minuses, are we?
A lot of these numbers are kind of suspect anyway. We have no real way to count, because not all the parks have a gatehouse.
Right.
And even the ones that do, you're not always staffing it. So we do the best we can based on feel. And, no, it's, I think some do better than others.
Mhm.
So it's a guide, but it's not anything. The ones that, that I paid more attention to is like the water park,
Right.
the golf courses, things like that, because we can
Those are
really,
more accurate.
yeah, they're much more accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
And those percents are just change them.
Just change it,
Change
yeah.
the number, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it's an arbitrary, oh, I felt like we had 20% less this month.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right, I guess I'll go ahead and go. Cedar Creek had a really good month, as you can see on the number there that David was talking about. The staff there have been doing a really good job keeping up with the dry conditions that they saw the last month. They had a break in the irrigation, and Chris was able to get down there really quick and help take care of that. And I know Chris Parmantis, the manager down there, was very appreciative of all that help to get that back up quickly. And
All the
get that
Chris's
running.
are happy.
All the Chris's were happy. Yeah, but he was very appreciative of that. Had a good, really good month, and they're kind of starting to wrap up the season down there at Cedar Creek with construction starting on 231 Pine again. It'll probably be about getting towards the end of the season there at Cedar Creek. With that going into next year, I believe they're starting that roundabout project next year. And
Yeah, we're just not getting any relief on that,
that
that corridor right there. It's just,
crazy.
And once that's done, then Paris comes.
yeah, then Parish comes. It just, yeah, that's just trouble then.
I know, it affects me.
Yeah.
Over at the water park, staff has been doing a really good job. They've been kind of winterizing everything, get everything ready for winter, even though it doesn't feel like a little bit, it feels like winter, but getting things ready for winter and setting up ice skating. They were doing that yesterday. They have all the dasher boards just about done up around the rink and working on getting that and going into that season, working on hiring. So if anybody wants to come work ice skating, by all means, apply online at deepriverwaterpark.com. They're interviewing people and getting staff. It's a small winter staff. We hire about 30 to 40 people. But yeah, they're just kind of looking for some people to come out and work. So if anybody knows anybody, go ahead and tell them, push them our way. Over on the IT front, we did finish up. We wrapped up our time and attendance project, moving that database and all of that stuff to the cloud. It went really well. Everything was successful. I know our bookkeepers have been really happy, especially with Bellevue's, because we've been having some issues up there with the time clock in recent years. So she was having to manually enter all of Bellevue's hours and correcting that. And now it's all automatic. So it reports to this database in the cloud, which has been really nice for them. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I have.
What age are you looking for? Skating.
For skating, we generally go 16 and up. 15-year-olds are a little bit hard for us just because of hours and restrictions,
Right.
especially because the ice skating operation is open later into the night, and then you have school days and they can't work past all the restrictions.
I just wanted-
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Cool.
Great. Any questions for Chris? I will go next. I don't have much. These guys covered everything really well. I want to remind the board, and we talked about this before the meeting, but next month, the Indiana Parks and Recreation Show is happening. Jim, as the chairman right now, I think is what he is.
President.
Yeah, it really needs to be there, and it would have ended up coinciding with the board meeting. So at the last meeting, you all graciously approved to move the meeting up to the 6th. So just a reminder, next month's meeting, the 6th. So write that down so we don't have people show up with nobody's here. But the first one, yeah. So I wanted to put that out there. And then the other thing was that's not the only show coming up. We also have the World Water Park Association trade show and symposium. That is always traditionally for this department been a pretty big thing. We have so many people involved in that organization. That's our trade organization. It's an international trade organization. Deep River has been very deep in that for many, many years. Jim was the chairman at one point. I'm the chairman now. This is my last year as chairman, so I give a going away speech, and I get to do it at Disney this year, and point out to everybody that I'm appreciative for and thank, and those that I'm not appreciative for and I don't care for. I'm going to put them all out there, so it's really going to be something to see. But anyway, that show's coming up not this week, but the next week, and I'll be there. Chris is going to be there from the water park with Nicole, and Bella, one of our newer people who has just shown great promise this year. And so she's going to go and see if we can get her a little more indoctrinated into the water park lifestyle, let's say. And then Sasha, of course, has been doing a Ready, Set, Go presentation there for years, and she doesn't want to stop doing it. They don't want her to stop doing that. I think she'd be fine. But I think they want her to keep doing it, and so she'll be doing that as well. But and Jim will be there as a past chair and a member of the Hall of Fame. So there's just a lot going on these next few months, and so we appreciate you guys being so flexible as to move the board meeting.
I'm sad you gotta go to Disney.
Yeah, I'm personally not a big Disney fan. Let's put it, I'm not gonna be wearing ears on stage, let's put it that way. That's not gonna happen.
Vice Chair exit speech.
What's that? Yes.
Like you.
Yeah, oh, that's good. I didn't think about that. I was just gonna say, and I don't think, but I like that better. You. That one. Thank you. I will do it. So somebody's gonna have to get a picture of that.
He's still serve another year after that, so be a little.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I got 2 more years with vice chair, somebody in past chair, sorry, somebody might,
Yeah.
you might take a, I'll be careful.
Who's gonna be the next chairman?
Bob Owens.
Bob Owens from,
He's great.
everybody loves Bob, he's from, Highland Hills in Colorado, outside of Denver. And, as a matter of fact, at one point, there were 3 really big public water parks in this country. And it was Highland Hills, it was NRH2O out of North Richland Hills, Texas, and then there was us. We were the 3 big municipal parks. And we used to compete all the time, attendance-wise. And of course, Bob and his park, they just kept getting bigger and bigger, and nobody could keep up with them. We were battling with Texas for a long time. And, but yeah, so it's, you know, to have an international organization that represents parks in the Middle East, in, you know, Europe and China, all these places, and to have, you know, we're one of the first organizations with 2 chairmen in this, for this trade group. It's pretty special, pretty neat thing. It just shows you how staff's done all these years. Pretty neat. So
That's great.
yeah. But anyway, that's really all I have. I promised Dave I'd keep it short tonight.
Yes, you did.
I was gonna read a book here and he asked that I not do that.
Hey, I went in his office, they had a list like
That was
that.
huge.
I have no questions. I believe in you.
General discussion. Any general comment for us? Oh, come on, Lou.
No.
Okay.
You're gonna be quitting and you're gonna be resigning as the president, or you're gonna
The
be?
chair, I served
So
I've been on this board since 16.
So you're,
It's been a while, but I've been chairman for the last 2 years. You end up being vice chair at the beginnings, 2 years of that, then 2 years of chair, and then 2 years of past chair. So that's a 6-year commitment just for the chair track. But then I've got, because of COVID, they held us over. So I will end up doing 11 or 12 years on this board service.
that's a big commitment.
It is, yeah. Should have been less than that, should have been maybe 9 or 10. But because of the COVID years, they exercised something in our bylaws where we were able to freeze the board as it was and get through that tough time, and we did that. So, yeah. Yep, and of course, that was the beginning of my chair track back then, so.
Yeah.
It couldn't say, oh, no, I'm good.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Excited for the show, should be good. Disney's always a good show because you get a lot of people.
Yeah.
Of course. Everybody wants to come to that one.
There's no further discussion. Would somebody like to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
We're adjourned.
We had a vision talking about that, if John wants beating the hell out of you in your speech.
He might.
That was